Excerpt from Historical and Technical Briefing by Admiral Kathryn Nuchaka. A Question of Origins. The debate over our past on this world reaches back through the entire documented history of civilization, a period covering over 1,300 years. The harsh conditions across this world, Kharak, fueled the myths of other places and times where we did not have to spend so much of our strength on simple survival. While the issue of our distant past was primarily a religious matter, it wasn't until the dawning of the time of reason that advances in biological and chemical sciences revealed a disturbing lack of commonality between our biochemical makeup and that of most Kharakid life. Ironically, it was the birth of the Diamid movement, with its many scientific breakthroughs, that created a philosophical environment where the oldest myths and the newest theories could be wedded into what we have now accepted as the xenogenesis theory. Except for a small variety of bacteria and a single species of small forager, our helix proteins are completely different from all other forms of life on Kharak. We are left with no other choice but to seriously consider the theory that we are aliens to this world. Of course, this answer only led to more questions. Mission priorities. The mission facing the crew of the mothership is profound. It is nothing less than the quest for the origins of an entire people. Our mission is now irrevocable. It has become clear through the past 120 years of driven industrial and technological expansion that Kharak can no longer sustain us. While always harsh and unforgiving, our technological development has stripped the planet of what few vital resources it contained, and the narrow bands of temperature climate at the poles have been slowly shrinking. In order to survive as a people, we must leave Kharak.
"100 years ago, a satellite detected an object under the sands of the Great Desert. An expedition was sent. An ancient starship buried in the sand. Deep inside the ruin was a single stone that would change the course of our history forever. On the stone was etched a galactic map and a single word more ancient than the clans themselves. Higara, our home. The clans were united, and a massive colony ship was designed. Construction would take 60 years. It would demand new technologies, new industries, and new sacrifices. greatest of these was made by the scientist Kathryn Nuchaka, who had herself permanently integrated into the colony ship as its living core. She is now Fleet Command. The promise of the Guide Stone united the entire population. Every mind became focused on the true origin of our people. Every effort on the construction of the ship that would seek it out among the stars.
Scaffold control standing by.
All stations green.
You're cleared to approach. You got it.
Bays 8, 9, and 10 sealed.
Scaffold decks A, B, C secure. Decks D and E secure. Scaffold secure. All systems green. Release crew standing by. What a beautiful sight.
This is Fleet Command. Reporting Mothership relaunch status. Command online. Resourcing online. Construction online. Cryogenic subsections A through J online. K through S online. Scaffold control, stand by for alignment. Alignment confirmed. Stand by, release control.
All caliper banks released.
The mothership has cleared the scaffold. We are away. Stand by for command line testing.
Command line green. Initial fleet in position.
Course deleted.
Fleet intelligence going online. Our task is to analyze all sensor data and generate mission objectives. Before the hyperdrive test, several trials must be completed. Test construction by building the primary research ship. Test resource processing by harvesting the asteroids provided nearby.
Hyperspace module charging. 35% capacity and rising. The mothership will be ready for the hyperdrive test in 10 minutes.
At ease.
Stand by to begin combat trials. First, we will be monitoring formation performance. Target drones have been provided here. Assign a formation to your fighters and destroy the drones.
Hey there! You're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today I am here with a new Let's Play. This is Homeworld Remastered. And as you can see from that wonderful cinematic opening, this game is a game to be remembered. It's a space exploration game with a beautiful story. We're going to be playing as a race that is living here on this planet Kharak that you see behind me. And this is our maiden voyage. Having realized that we are not from this planet, to our surprise, and having done a lot of studies, some of which you heard in the opening segment there with Admiral Nuchaka, we are headed towards the galactic core. Where's the galactic core? Right there. Right there. That beautiful, glowing sky. Or I should say space, because we are in space. Well, that's where we're headed, to try and find our home, because of an ancient map, which now sits upon this ship here, the mothership. This is going to be a roleplay focused Let's Play, and you might be saying, well, Jessa, this is pretty interesting that you're finally, you're doing something kind of shoot 'em up spacey, roleplay oriented. And I'm just sending the collection resource out so it can continue to do its job while I am talking to you and introducing the game. But in any case, and you're right, I have never really played a game like this, and I have actually played it for several weeks now to get comfortable enough with bringing it to you. And how we're going to be doing this Let's Play is I am going to be playing as Admiral Nuchaka, a character which I have created for this to add into the story that the game already gives us. But I won't be speaking in her voice at all times. You will hear her at the beginning of each episode reading from her seminal work. And that actually, what she's reading from, or what I'm reading from as her, is the original Homeworld manual, which came with this wonderful backstory, as manuals did back in the day, before, before Steam and its advent and online downloading and all that kind of stuff. Games would come packaged with a really beautiful thick manual for many cases and had a lot of backstory. And this game is no different. That manual is a PDF file that you can download in the description box below and learn more about the story of the race that we are playing. We have some objectives that we're going to be doing in this episode. This is mission 1. There are, I think, 16 missions in this game, and each mission will be an episode. First of all, let me show you a little bit about how the game plays. So this game did not come naturally to me. I laugh. It took a little bit of time for me to learn how to do it, but I'm getting to be pretty good at it now. These are our ships, and over here down in the corner you can see our ship area here. You can click on a ship and it will tell you how fast it goes. It's this has got a very low I guess you'd say its firing rate or its firing power. And this is its shields, its armor, basically. These are all very low. These scouts we're only going to be using in the first episode, and then we're going to get rid of them pretty swift and move up to higher quality ships. One of the neat things that you can do is you can zoom right in on a ship. Look at that. Get in really nice and close. These colors, you can change the color of your mothership. I'm going with white and purple markings. White, so I have a better chance of seeing the ships, and purple because purple's my favorite color. It's beautiful. So there you go. This tells me that the ship, this icon here is that the ship is set to passive mode here, and here that the ship is just waiting. It's just sitting. There's nothing. It's not doing anything. So first thing we're going to do, now that I've shown you a little bit here, you can change the different tactics. We'll see that in a minute. We can also change the formation. First thing that we have been given to do is to test formation. So I'm going to set a broad formation. I simply like this formation because it's a straight line and I can see it. That's the only difference. One of the things that you will know if you played Homeworld, the original Homeworld, which came out in 1999, the first thing that old Homeworld players noticed with the new remastered version is that formations don't do diddly squat. They are completely useless in battle, and that's true, they are. I only use them to be able to see my ships in space. As you can see, when you scroll out, things get kind of, and when a battle's going on, can get kind of messy. But that's really all we use them for. The place where we'll be using tactics will be aggressive, defensive, or passive tactics. Those also do not work as Homeworld 1 did. Homeworld 1999 is what I'll call it from now on. The first game. But I didn't play the first game. I have no idea how the first game played, so I've been pretty happy with this game. I can imagine that if I had played the first game, I could be quite upset. And if you go to Steam, where you can buy this game, you can buy Homeworld 1 and 2, the original games, Homeworld 1 and 2 Remastered at Steam. Currently the price is about $40 for all 4 games, so that's a good price. So according to the objectives that we have here, we need to construct a research ship, and let's do that right away. The next one we have to do is destroy target drones using a formation. So we're going to grab our ships here, and I'm going to group them into Group 1.
Designated.
And then while I'm doing groups, I'm also going to go over here to this resource collector and group that to Group 9.
Group 9 designated.
The numbers you can choose. The groups are very important, as you'll see later on as we are playing. Our resource units are going up here, or well, actually they're going down because we just ordered a research ship. But when the research collector comes back to the mothership, it'll gather more resources for us, give us some starting credits. I'm going to go out here to Sensor, the Sensors Manager, which allows you basically to see, it's kind of a top-down view. It allows you to see things a lot easier, especially because it's kind of a big map. And I'm going to head over here. I'm going to go move and destroy, just so that the minute it gets over here,
available. Research ship complete.
So that when
The primary
the ships
research ship has been constructed. The research division is online. Begin fighter chassis research immediately.
which I will do in just a moment, but I'm going to send these ships over here,
Move attack confirmed.
and we're going to watch that first. I'm going to go out of sensor mode here, so you can see how they...
Attention fleet. Friendlies under fire. Request orders.
Our friendlies are not under fire, so I'm just going to ignore that. And as we get in range of whatever it is here, we'll automatically just start to blow them bad boys up. While we're doing that, I'm going to go for fighter chassis research, which will give us interceptors. As you can see, what I mean about them not keeping formation, the ships, they just go into dogfight mode. All ships go into dogfight mode, basically, the minute that battle is engaged. But at the end of the battle, they should come back to a formation. And they do.
Formation trial complete. Flight analysis shows a 22% increase in combat performance. The next trial will test the effectiveness of tactics. Stand by to begin tactics trial. Use aggressive or evasive tactics and engage the target drones here.
Research complete. New fighters available for construction. New
The research
available.
for Corvette Drive, I'm going to go ahead and take right away, because I want to get those Corvettes as soon as possible. Because unfortunately in this game, the fighters, this class here, Scout and Interceptor, they're not very good. And they get blown up in 2 seconds flat. So I'm going to click Show All to keep that up there. Over here is your menu for the different things that you can do when you click on a ship or a group of ships. You can kamikaze. I haven't done that yet, but I might in case we need to at some point. You can basically have the ship, sacrifice itself, or the group of ships, against a bigger ship. That's to attack. That's to set waypoints. I don't use those too often. To guard a group of ships, which we'll be using. You can also retire ships. In fact, I'm going to retire these at the end of this mission because, like I said, they're no good. These ships have a speed burst
Research complete. New Corvettes
ability.
available for construction.
Kind of gives them a little bit of extra speed across the map. Over here you can dock the ships to repair them. You can stop your action here. And here you can just scuttle them. They'll basically just explode. That's not a smart thing to do. Unless you have a really good reason to, because you don't get the resource credits back for them. You don't get you have to basically, you just lose your ship. Let's go up to Sensors Manager view again.
Confirmed.
And I am going to set to aggressive tactics. And then I'm just going to have them move over to where the area is here.
Group coordinates locked in.
And
reports enemy contact.
As they come up, the mothership shows us enemy
Resource
contact.
collector awaiting instructions.
Group 1 under attack.
As this is going on, Admiral Nuchaka is standing in her command center.
Group 1 reports enemy contact.
And watching over the trials. The space battle is really fun to watch. You can also turn off, using the tab key, how much information you're receiving. And you can zoom in on one ship like this one here. Or even one drone. Let's click in on a drone like this one. You'll expect to see that one blow up, so let's try this one. Let me pause for a minute so I can zoom in closely. Okay, so there we go. So there's a drone. You can pause in this game as I did. I actually... Boom!
Reports victory.
If you like watching things go boom, this game is a lot of fun.
Tactics trial complete. The next trial will test the performance of the salvage corvette. Build one and capture the target drone here.
So, because I've been through this mission numerous times, I happen to know that we won't need those scouts anymore. So I'm going to retire them.
All right, that's it. Retirement confirmed.
And they will fly back to the mothership. And we will receive some resource credits, resource units for them.
Mothership.
So I imagine that the mothership is got this command center in it here. And this is where Admiral Nuchaka, at these windows specifically, I can't get any closer than this, but these windows right here is where Admiral Nuchaka stands with her command team and looks out and gives orders. And so at this point, she's going to turn and order a salvage corvette made. That will come out in just a moment. My husband enjoys very much when I'm coming up with a new character because I will randomly talk as that character throughout my day. I'll be doing housework, cleaning the toilet, and talking as Admiral Nuchaka to get her voice in my head and to really figure out where her voice comes from and what kind of person she is. And I spend time with my characters before I bring them to you. And Admiral Nuchaka is a very interesting woman.
Salvage corvette complete.
At the mothership here, we're going to see a salvage corvette come out in a minute.
Acknowledged.
And we're also going to take some time to build... let's see, do I have any more research coming up? No, I don't. So, we better build some... I'm trying to decide if I need some interceptors right now, or if I should just build them at the beginning of the next mission. Yeah, I think I'll build them at the beginning of the next mission. I want to try and get corvettes out as soon as possible, and I'm waiting for the research for that to come up.
Roger.
So we have our lone ship, a salvage corvette. And Admiral Nuchaka sends it out
Coordinates confirmed.
to get the drone. Now the Salvage corvettes are going to be your best friend in this game. They are like little sneak thieves, the sneak thieves of battle. And what they do is they go out into battle in groups. You need up to 6 to, take a ship, depending on the size. And it will basically steal the enemy ships. Let me show you what I mean. We're going to click on this target drone here. And the salvage corvette is going to go right up to the drone, as if this were a enemy ship. And it's just going to steal it. And it will do that with ships, other corvettes. It can't really catch, unless it's very lucky, it can't really catch anything in the fighter class, because things in the fighter class are so fast. And the salvage corvette is in the corvette class, a little slower. But it's really good when you get into the bigger size ships and you get into the capital class ships. It will go in and just steal the enemy's flagships. And it's great fun. So it's basically considered to be easy mode from what I've read among some of the players. And that test being complete,
Stand by for a hyperdrive test. Internal pressure doors will be sealed in 2 minutes. Abort systems standing by.
Hyperspace module fully charged. I am ready to initiate quantum wave generation on your mark. Good luck, everyone.
All sections have reported in. We are clear to proceed. Trigger the hyperspace drive at your discretion.
And that ends mission 1. But before we go, Admiral Nuchaka has some things to say. She takes a deep breath and she presses the comm signal. This is Admiral Nuchaka. On this auspicious day and this auspicious journey, we begin the long road back to our homeworld. But we are not alone. We have an entire planet, nearly 350 million people at our backs, as well as numerous brave people who have volunteered, including members of my own family, to travel with us in their cryo trays to begin the colonization of our our old home. This is a day in which thousands, tens of thousands of people have given their lives to help us obtain. And to them, and to all of us who yet live to see another day, I say, welcome home. For we will find it. We will find our true world, our true planet. To those down on Kharak, we thank you for your prayers and your well wishes as we begin our first hyperspace drive test. If all goes well, we should be back momentarily. Admiral Nuchaka out.
Mothership.
And Admiral Nuchaka slowly presses the comm button and gives the order to head to hyperspace. And with that, this episode comes to an end. I'll be back with you for Mission 2. But if you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below. And if you loved it and want to see more Homeworld Remastered, then join the party and subscribe. As always, thank you so much for watching.
At ease.